Inside Africa in association with Zenith Bank.
It's the planet's most popular sport, played and watched by millions of people worldwide. Football is more than a game, it's a way of life. And in Nigeria, it's no different.
I want to be able to tell people that I trained that girl. I want to be able to do that.
Now, more women in the country are stepping foot onto the pitch.
I really want to be part of the new story of football in Nigeria.
But they're not just playing, they're building teams and leading the way.
My vision for the team is to become the best female football in Africa.
From coaches to club and academy owners, these are Nigeria's unsung football mavens. This is Inside Africa. This is the Oasis Ladies Football Club of Lagos, and today is all about practice and preparation.
We are currently at the National Stadium, where our girls usually train from Mondays to Sunday.
The team is training to qualify for the Nigerian Women Football League Premiership, the highest tier of female football in the country. It will be an impressive feat considering the club only began playing together a year ago. Much of the credit goes to this woman.
My name is Gloria J. Auta. I'm the founder and president of Oasis Football Club.
Though Gloria Auta never played herself, like so many others, the sport found a way into her heart.
When I was little, I wanted to be a lot of things. I wanted to be a businesswoman, I wanted to be a pilot, I even wanted to be an accountant. But I had an interest of football. I loved football because my dad is a lover of sports. So sometimes he take us to different pitches to watch a lot of people. I never played, but I had friends and family that played football. But at that young age, I noticed that, okay, after playing, they were just stuck up somewhere. And I put in my mind that, yes, when I finish school, I'm going to start up an academy to see how I can help these young ones.
In 2015, Gloria made good on that promise to herself, moving from Abuja, where she had already started working in football, to Nigeria's commercial center.
I decided to call a friend, Shitu Jimo, and I told him that, okay, since I'm in Lagos now, I want to start up my academy and continue what I was doing in Abuja. And he said, fantastic.
The pair got to work, recruiting coaches and holding a 2-week open trial to find skilled players.
And we had a lot of turnout, a lot of people that wanted to play football, but they didn't have the opportunity.
Oasis Football Club started as an academy for boys, but Gloria soon realized it could be much more.
I said, wow, the female football is like 0% in Nigeria, and you can count the number of female footballs, but the number of male football teams, you can't count it. So we decided to, okay, why don't we start a female team and see where it will go to. And then I, as a woman, I decided, okay, why don't I help my sisters? Why don't I help my daughters to see that, okay, yes, they can do something with themselves? Because there are a lot of young girls moving around. Even when we come to train the boys, you see a lot of girls hanging around, and then when you ask them, they'll say, okay, yes, they intend to play football, but they don't have a platform.
With the Oasis Ladies Football Club, Gloria set out to change the game.
Let's go, 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 come on!
Instead of 2 weeks, we used a month to scout for players. And we decided to go all in for the female team and said, wow, why don't we just play in the league? The boys don't play in the league, it's just a regular academy for them. They come, they learn the rudiments, and then we expose them. But for the girls, we said we should get a competition that is very, very competitive for them, and we decided to register them in the league.
With the goal of making it into the Premiership, first the team must play in a series of tournaments to qualify for promotion to the coveted league. In June of 2021, after only 6 months of training together, the Oasis ladies could earn themselves a chance to compete for a spot in the Premiership in 2022.
And within 6 months, we were able to engage in a competition organized by the Lagos Football Association. That's the Echo Queens Championship. And we came first out of 22 teams. So I think we're doing well. We've done well in a short time of starting this thing.
Thinking of banking in Africa? Think Zenith. In today's fast-moving, fast-changing world, you need a financial partner that understands your unique expectations. A bank with presence in major financial centers across the world, with the enabling platform to facilitate seamlessly, whenever, wherever, however. A bank with best-in-class financial solutions from a superb combination of technology and human touch for easy, fast, and secure banking that creates real value. Turning dreams into reality is now in your hands. People, technology, service. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
The female football is faced with a lot of challenges, and one of them has to even do from home. Some of their parents are still not convinced that, okay, yes, my child will go far in playing football. So we have to take our time to explain to them and give them examples of players that have succeeded in playing football.
Gloria Auta founded the Oasis Football Club with the desire to assist Nigerian youth in not only developing their athletic abilities, but helping them hone their life skills as well.
Even after football, they still do something meaningful with themselves. Some of them that go to school end up getting jobs. Some of them that learn hand trade, all those vocational things, they open shops, and some of them become coaches.
Players like Dolapo Ariori are a prime example of the club's mission.
I started playing football when I was little, like, let's say 5 years, because I had passion for football. Then when I entered secondary school, I went to Queen's College. So I started playing from Queen's College GTB, that's Master's Cup. So from there I started playing football professionally.
The sport may be her #1 priority now, but the winger is simultaneously pursuing another dream.
This is my school, Lagos State Polytechnic. I'm from Mass Comm department. I'll be showing you guys around the school.
She hopes to become a journalist and is putting in the extra effort to make it happen.
I go from training to school, like Tuesdays and Thursdays, that's when I have my lectures. Then I take permission from my coaches that so time is my lecture, so they allow me to go.
It's this kind of commitment from Dolapo and all of the girls that Gloria says is the best part of managing the Oasis ladies.
You could see that these girls really want to make a difference, really want to change their stories, really want to make an impact. Some of them, when we have training for 9, some of them will be even early, some will come by 7. And you could see that, okay, even after training, they still want to engage the coaches, they want to engage even with the management team to see, okay, what they can do better, So at the end of the day, it's a satisfaction.
Head coach Ayere Sylvester believes the team's work ethic and winning mentality will pay off on the pitch.
The next probably 1 year, 1.5 years, we should be among the top 3 teams in Nigeria with technically sound players, not just female players that play, but female players that can interpret football language.
Running the club is demanding, and Gloria often turns to her mentor, Shitu Jimo, for moral and logistical support.
Okay. Sometimes when I get so upset with the players or even our coaches and our staffs, he's always there trying to calm me down. You understand? I've learned so much from him and even the players. And Oasis is where it is today because of him.
Jimo is the one who helped her get the academy off the ground in 2015.
The reason why I put my weight behind her, being the experience I have in sports, I personally am interested in doing what she's doing, but due to the financial constraint, I couldn't. And when I see a woman like her who could be able to push in such finance into the football, I'm very glad to support her.
The club founder is a big believer in the power of the sport and its ability to positively impact lives.
Football is something that brings people together. You can see 2 brothers fighting, 2 sisters fighting, but when they come to the pitch, they're all committed to that thing.
And she has gigantic dreams for Oasis Football Club.
So my dream, first of all, for the team is to be the best in Africa and to go for international competitions. And for the girls, my dream for them is to excel. I want them to reach the highest point of their football career. And we, as the team and the management, we're trying to do that, exposing them to scouting programs, exposing their videos and CVs internationally to see that we achieve that for them.
In Nigeria, participation and opportunity for women in sports continues to increase on every level, particularly in the world of football.
You will see that these girls really want to make a difference, really want to change their stories, really want to make an impact.
Ruth Adedigba, head coach of Leeds City University women's football team in Ibadan, is one of them. Every year, she is tasked with teaching a new group of students to play football, many of whom have little to no experience.
If you see a student that said, okay, I'm interested in playing football, but I've not played it before. Please, ma, can you help me? Yes. That is why we are here. So before you know, some of them will say, no, I love this career.
But not all of them are beginners, like Olamide Alaba, who grew up playing the sport like so many others around the world do.
I started playing football on the street. Then I started playing with a team when I was in secondary school, high school. Then I'm here now.
She can move with the ball. She knows the rudiments of football to some extent. So she can play. In fact, sometimes she played in the midst of boys. Take your position, take your position, take your position.
Though the coach excels in her role today, she says getting involved in the game on this level was never a thought.
During secondary school, I used to run, throw javelin, do all sorts of things. So I participated in sports during my secondary school days. And before you know it, I started having interest in football. That was when I started playing gradually, before I joined the club. So let's pass for ourselves, let's pass.
In 2000, a newly graduated and very determined Ruth set out to play the sport professionally.
I joined Flamingo Queens. That was where I started my football career from. So from that Flamingo Queens, I moved to Nito Queens. Started playing Division 2 League. We travel a lot, we go to different states to go and play it. And at a time, I became the captain of the team.
While playing, Ruth doubled as a student, studying educational management at Leeds City University. Years later, living in Lagos, her playing and school days well behind her, she returned to her alma mater in 2014, following an impromptu conversation with the university founder, Jide Owueye.
So I called him and I said, I need a job. So he invited me. What is in my mind was to work in the admin, work in the office like that. But he said, he created the office for me. He said, but you know how to play football very well. So be in the school and be scouting for students like that and be teaching them how to play. This is my department of kinesiology, sports science and health education where I graduated from. I would like to show you where our classrooms are. Please follow me.
Not one to rest on her laurels, the coach stepped up her game, recently earning a master's degree in sports psychology.
I love to sit at the front so that I can hear what the lecturer is saying very well.
She says earning the degree has come in handy on the pitch.
As a psychologist, we are like an assistant to the coach. We help them look at some attitude of players. We will, because sometimes when you see some players might be depressed or they are not focusing or they are not improving in the game, a psychologist will sit down and analyze what the problem is. Sometimes we interview the players. So as a psychologist, we help players and the coaches to improve on the game.
While much of Ruth's time revolves around football, she finds balance off the field in using her hands more than her feet.
I know how to make hair, I know how to make wig, I know how to make beads and stuff like that, and I can sell things online. I learned this when I was in Lagos working then because I love artwork. So I just learned it as side hustle. So it's just little, control it. Okay, give me back.
But no matter where Ruth Adedigba is or what she's doing, one goal remains at the top of the table.
I want to see some of my players. I want to see them all. In fact, I want to see them outside the country playing. I want to be able to tell people that I trained that girl, I coach her. I want to be able to do that.
Here in Lekki, the under-11 players at Lagos Tigers Football Club are playing a friendly match against Fortune FC. It's the team's last game of the month, and club founder Beverly Agbakobaya Onyechianya is here to cheer them on. The Lagos Tigers lost today's match, but their coach says difficult games like this help the young players develop their skills.
Forget about the loss today. We've been doing great in our game, so I believe we've developed in our game and our passing drills and dribbling and movement with the ball.
Like Gloria Auta and Ruth Adedigba, Beverly's passion for the game was an evolution, something she had never given much thought.
And when you have kids, weird and wonderful things happen. And my sons were, well, at the time I had just the one child, and I thought it would be great if he tried out football.
In 2012, the doting mother had the simple idea to bring kids together at a local field.
So back then, not knowing where it could get to today, I just thought, oh, let's have an informal kickabout session. We just get together, you know, moms, dads, come together with the children and hang out and kick kick the ball around the field. But I could see that the interest was growing, which made me happy. That's what motivated me. And, you know, like a trickle, you know, little drops of water make a mighty ocean.
2 years later, those casual get-togethers led to the establishment of the Lagos Tigers Football Club in 2014. The club's primary focus is to train kids ages 16 and under to play the game, but not to get them signed as professionals.
My academy, first and foremost, is for minors. So it has to be established that we train them to build them up and to develop their skills primarily. That's the focus. The focus is not for selling. Selling is what you do with players over 18 and above, okay? So my players are minors. They're developmental. The parents actually pay a subscription. And that's one thing I need to stress and emphasize.
When Beverly is not managing the Lagos Tigers, it may come as no surprise that she is also a practicing lawyer.
So I, as a sports lawyer, I'm exposed to so many facets of the sporting industry. And also with my regulatory background, I'm very involved in policy development as well.
The sports lawyer is a big advocate for protecting the rights of the players in her academy.
There's data protection, obviously, that's really important, not, you know, sharing data with third parties, external parties. Also, we are very, very big on children's safeguarding. That's basically a situation where you have to ensure that the well-being of the child is at the forefront. So we make sure that the coaches get regular training. So that culture of continuous improvement is a culture that we take very seriously at the club.
In 2019, with help from her team at the law firm, Beverly wrote a manual.
We published the A to Z of sports law in Nigeria. And why did we do that? I found that there were no materials, no books on sports law, and I was shocked.
She says her favorite part of the book is a chapter on integrity.
Reputation in sports is also known as sports integrity and concerns the moral or ethical aspect of sports. It refers to those involved in sport acting in a way that is consistent with sporting values and principles.
As stakeholders in the male-dominated football arena, women like Beverly Agbakobaya Onyejianya, Gloria Auta, and Ruth Adedigba find that they sometimes have to work twice as hard to get noticed.
Football in Nigeria, there is gender inequality. We are not getting much attention. And there are some of us we are trying to at least produce good products, good female, because we don't want it to die down.
But Gloria says she does believe that things are beginning to look up as women's football in Nigeria has seen some positive signs.
Last month, the government, in collaboration with the NFF, the Lagos Football Association, they had this Aisha Buhari Cup just to support the women.
And Beverly is hopeful in the notion that there is strength in numbers.
I would say because we don't have enough of us women forming a kind of coalition in the game, in sport. And I think that's what holds us back, because if we shared more, come together in a more organized way, we would be able to tackle a lot of the problems we're facing together.
Driven by a dream of creating the sport's next generation of stars, there's no bigger goal for these three football fanatics than teaching others to play, love, and live the game. One touch, pass, and strike at a time.
Inside Africa, in association with Zenith Bank.